So my name's Hunter Mountjoy, and I'm here with my group to talk to you about vehicle maintenance to make sure that your vehicle is safe to drive on long trips, short trips, and just around town. And here's the rest of my team.
I'm Pat Taylor.
I'm Alan Estes.
I'm Chris Helton.
I'm Colton Bowling.
And I'm Matt Robinson. When you put it on the tire, the more tread you have, the less it moves. If it's green, it's good. Yellow, you need to check it. Red, you need new tires. So if we come over here and check the tire, you can see it's in the yellow, which means that we need to start looking for some new tires. If you go around back, you can see that we have a Balder tire. And our tread is actually just a little in the red. Now let's go check the tire pressure. With these tires, the truck says 35 PSI. Or you can go based off the tire, which of these tires is 52. Screw off the lid. And then you want to apply the middle of this bead into the valve stem, pushing air, and it moves and tells you the PSI. As you can see, we have 30 PSI, which is fine for this truck. You can normally go halfway between the tire recommended and the truck recommended, which would be about 43 on this vehicle, but 30 is fine. Next, Colton's going to talk to you about the fluids and other things.
I'm Colton, and I'm going to talk to you about the oil and transmission fluid. Now, oil is a very simple but very important thing to check on your vehicle. In my truck, you add the oil here. You can see I use SE 5W20 engine oil, and here is the dipstick, and this is what's used to check your oil. And again, like I said, it's very simple. Just pull the dipstick out, and you always want to wipe it off. Usually use a t-shirt, that's what I use, or a paper towel, shop rag, something that's lint free. And after you pull it out, stick it back in for a second, and then back out. As you can see, right there is where my oil says it is. So it's about the maximum capacity, so I don't need to add any. And then when the color you saw means that you don't need to change your oil. Once it starts getting black, that's when you need to change your oil. And then I use high mileage in my truck because it's over 100,000 miles. I have about 170 on my truck. Very simple to add oil. I'm not going to show you exactly, but you just twist the cap off, and then take a funnel, and then simply just pour as much as you need into your vehicle. And make sure you always put the cap back on it. That's another very important thing. And now I'll show you about transmission fluid. Transmission fluid varies on vehicles depending on automatic or manual transmission. For my truck, it's an automatic transmission, so it's located down here. On manual vehicles, it'll be located in different positions, but you always want to check it when it's running and when it's warm. The manual states that for my vehicle you should run it at 20 miles or until the vehicle gets to a normal running temperature. As of right now, it's not, but I'm just going to show you exactly how to check it. turn the vehicle on, and then with the same or a different rag, pull it out. And as you can see, you want it located in between this area or a little bit above. If it's not a little bit above, that's all right, as long as it's not below the checkered pattern right here.
Alright, when it comes to proper liquids, you're going to want to check your washer fluid, your antifreeze, and your brake fluid. So for the washer fluid, you just flip this cap up, and you just got to check the lines, make sure you got enough in there. For washer fluid, you want to make sure it's good because you want your windshield to be properly cleaned, especially when it's the winter. When it snows, you want the washer fluid to kind of melt the snow, and they have different types. They have washer fluid that can melt the ice, get the bugs off your windshield, all that type of good stuff. And then we'll go over to brake fluid. With brake fluid, you want to make sure you have the proper amount in there. There's two lines right here. There's the max line. As long as it's not like too low, you should be all right. And when you just want to dip your finger in there and make sure it's dark enough. So that looks pretty dark to me. Then we got antifreeze. Pretty much the same thing as the washer fluid and the brake fluid. You want to make sure it's the proper line, which is about right down here. So with the antifreeze, you want to kind of cools your engine down. Just make everything smooth in there, make sure it's warm enough. So
Alright, I'm Chris, and I'm going to be going over windshield wiper changing and just maintenance overall. Whenever you do change them, all you have to do is just pop the wiper off and then exchange it with the new wiper and just clip it right back on. And changing your wipers is very essential because it helps you see whenever it's raining or snowing, or if there becomes debris on your windshield. You should get them changed whenever they become streaky when they're wiping, or if the rubber is beginning to come off and the wiring on the actual blade starts to scratch your windshield. So that's basically how the windshield wipers work and the maintenance behind them.
For you to be seen as well. So you always want to keep your headlights in good condition, check the lights and the condition of the front. So we're going to replace this headlight right here. We're going to pop it out. And it's connected by a wire right here, if you can see it all. You just gotta unscrew that. And I'm not gonna pop it off, but you just disconnect this and replace it with a new headlight right there. Put it back in. Alright. I'm also going to talk about when to use your high beams and low beams. Just everyday driving at dusk, just you can put your regular beams on. They just look like that, just low. Really good, nice. Alright, and then we're going to do high beams, and you should use those for when you're alone at night. That's just so you can see further, see more. But you don't want to do that when there's cars coming onto you, because then they can't see, so it's just common courtesy to turn those off. And that's it for headlight safety.